Hello, viewers. It's Sunday here in Australia, and I'm about to go out for lunch with my good friend of mine. But before I went, I just wanted to have a look at what is going through Donald Trump's mind. Thank you all for your comments as well. I read every single one, and I take note of all the questions. And when I've got a little bit more time, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to write down all the questions that people have asked me, all the things that they'd like to see me read on, and we'll work our way through it. So please keep those requests coming through. One of the viewers said earlier on today, that she thought Trump might be trying to shore up his assets at this time, and I agree. Before I started the reading, again, I opened myself up and to the universal consciousness, and I asked, what is going through Donald Trump's mind today. I very much got that his confidence had taken a huge hit today, or over the last 24 hours since the Manafort plea deal had been made. He was actually less confident than he's ever been at all at any time in his life. He wasn't expecting Manafort to flip. He wasn't. I think, up until very recently, he thought Manafort would be holding out. And the reason that he's shocked today is because he's actually got an insight into, he has felt the force that is behind the Mueller investigation. What Donald Trump is fearing today is the full force of the law. And he's not confident. When I saw him, I saw him actually seeking counsel from others, but they don't really know what to say. Nobody really knows what to say because, he is a dictator and authoritarian, and he's put himself on a pedestal as the person that knows everything, that has all the answers. There is no one that can advise him, because he's put himself into that situation. So, with that in mind, let's just have a look. What's going through his mind today. I've noticed also in the hours after the Manafort flip, he was quiet on Twitter. He was more really concerned about the hurricane in Puerto Rico and Florence, and how he can use that situation, the current Hurricane Florence, to his advantage politically. Gosh. Okay, that's what he's thinking, or that's what he was thinking. That's what's keeping him going at the moment. How can I use this for my political advantage coming into the midterms? But at the bottom of all of this, that's very superficial. At the bottom of this, he's actually really quite unnerved and not confident because of the Manafort flip. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles indicates that he's not confident because he's worried about his money. He's worried about his security, his long-term security. So, out of all the things that Donald Trump could be worried about, he's worried about his money. He's worried about losing his money, and he's worried about not being secure in the long term. This kind of fits that these, when you're having a dark night of the soul, although I don't think he's quite there yet, but when you're under pressure, you actually revert to the patterns of a lifetime. And I read somewhere about his mother, and it might have been another reader was talking about, because she was an immigrant, her sort of fear of being not financially secure was always present in her mind. Of course, as parents, we often pass down our patterns to our children, and that he very much had that fear of not being financially secure. As he adopted that in his own persona. So that is what drives him in many ways, is his fear of not being secure, financially secure in the long term. That is what is driving his anxiety and his lack of confidence right now. He fears he may lose his money. He's all. He's also. I mean, we've drawn the death card. We asked what's going through his head at the moment. And this is in relation to his lack of confidence. I think he feels that for him, he could lose everything. That it might all be over. His years of being an icon, or in his own mind, a legend in his own mind. His public persona, his businesses, his reputation. The security of his children. This could be in relation to he fears that he's going to lose everything. The other possibility with the death card, which is endings, in this case endings, is that he could be considering resigning because he doesn't want to put his long-term financial security in any further threat. But I think what the cards are saying now, it's too late for that. His long-term financial security is going to be under threat. Bearing is going to be not under threat. It is threatened. Bearing in mind that Paul Manafort had to pay back the money that was laundered. Now, if Trump has got financial, if he's been the I guess the allegations at this stage and the knowledge, I guess, that some investigators may have goes back many years, a lifetime. His businesses may be completely lost because they've been founded on laundered money. And, the Six of Swords, I don't know why we're surprised at the negativity of these cards. This is about the need to move on. The conflict. Trump will be moving on. I guess. There's always a worry. I mean, he's moving on because it's a necessary a necessary transformation, I guess, a necessary relocation. He's definitely going to be out of the White House, as we know, in the near future. But the Six of Swords may be saying as well that he may very well going to be resigning in the near future, stepping down, and what is influencing his decision is that his fear of losing his financial security. So I'll just quickly mirror the Six of Swords. Okay. Does this mean that Trump will be resigning? Okay, the Six of Wands is of course the victory card. To me that says that yes, I mean, given the cards that we've got in the past, this to me says that it will be a victory when he does resign for the Mueller investigation, and a victory, for those people who, for those investigators who have been following the money. In Donald Trump's present, we have endings, and in the future we've got the necessary moving on, and very much a victory around that moving on. To me, that says, given that we've got the financial security, lack of financial security card in the beginning and the death card in the present, that tells me that he will be stepping down, and that will be a victory for the investigators who have put follow the money as one of the central tenets in their investigation. So that's my reading today, viewers, on what's going through Donald Trump's head. He's not confident. He's contemplating moving on and resigning. He wants an end to this. What's dominating all of this anxiety and lack of confidence and searching for answers and feeling like he's cornered is his lifetime fear of financial insecurity in the longer term. So that's it. Thank you, readers, or viewers, I should say. Thank you.